Trust is often misunderstood as something that must be earned, something that must be repaired, or even built brick by brick. But trust has never been architectural. It is purely psychological. You know, trust is not constructed, it is chosen. What we build with others is connection, familiarity, and most importantly, emotional safety. You know, trust itself is an internal decision. The willingness to allow someone to be who they are without forcing them into who you want them to become. You know, when people say we need to build trust again, what they often mean is, I need you to behave according to my expectations so I can feel safe. That is not trust. That is control disguised as healing. You know, trust begins when you accept someone's nature, when you accept their patterns and even capacity. You choose to trust them based on who they show you they are, not who you hope they become. Now, connection, on the other hand, is what grows. Through shared experiences, honesty, consistency, and vulnerability, emotional closeness deepens. You know, connection creates understanding, and understanding makes it easier to choose trust. But the decision is still yours. You know, trust is a personal stance, not a collaborative achievement. That's why two people can build deep connection, but only one may choose to trust. You know, psychologically, trust is a projection of internal safety. You don't trust people because they are perfect. You trust them because you understand your boundaries, you understand your patterns, and your capacity to handle disappointment. You know, when you try to build trust, you are attempting to outsource your emotional security, expecting someone else to regulate your fears by behaving ideally. This creates anxiety and conditional relationships. Choosing trust, however, places responsibility back in your hands. It means I see who you are. I acknowledge your limitations. And I'm choosing how to relate to you without denying reality. This reduces emotional volatility, and it encourages healthier boundaries. You know, spiritually, choosing trust is an act of surrender, not to another person, but to truth. It is accepting that people are expressions of their journey, not vessels for your expectations. You know, when you choose trust based on authenticity rather than fantasy, then relationships become peaceful. You stop forcing outcomes, and you start honoring alignment. You know, trust becomes a reflection of your inner clarity, not their outer performance. In short, trust is not something others build for you. It is something you choose for yourself. What grows between people is connection, the emotional bridge that makes trust feel safe. When you stop forcing people to meet your expectations before trusting them, then you begin relating from truth, not illusion. My people, heal. Heal.